Alright, I cook a steak in a 5 lbs. I don't know what that is. Means something. Butter and this happened.
For sponsoring this video.
Really big meat.
Butter has been around for over 9,000 years. The saying butter makes everything better is true, especially on steaks. There are many types of butter in the world. Today we are exploring American butter and European butter. There's a huge difference between them. Visually, you can clearly see that the American butter is more pale. Mainly, it's because of the cow's diet, water content of the butter, and the fat amount, which makes a huge difference. The big question is, which one is better? Well, I decided to run a few tests. First with plain oat bread. And guess what? The European butter was better. Then I immediately fried up some eggs.
Wait.
And the American butter turns one. The better. Well, I decided to run a few tests. First with plain oat bread. And guess what? The European butter was better. Then I immediately fried up some eggs. And the American butter turned out better to me. That made
Really?
no sense at all. So I went ahead and run one more test with pasta, and the European butter was actually better. At this stage, I was confused. I thought that if one was better than the other, it would always be better. However, that was not the case. For my ultimate final test, I decided to go ahead and try them on some steaks. As you can see, they are 1.5 inches thick, they have great marbling on them, and it is just perfect for today's experiment. Since I have 4 of them, I really want to test this out good. 2 of them, I'm going to be using the confit method. And if you are unfamiliar with it, let me explain. Confit literally means cooking the food slowly in fat. And as you can clearly see, I'm doing that using butter. Now the last thing we want is for the steak to overcook. So you gotta make sure that that butter is not too hot. It took anywhere between 10 minutes to 15 minutes. As soon as both sides changed color, I immediately set it down on a cooling rack. I did the same exact thing with the European butter. The difference between them in color is just huge. The number one key here was to make sure I did not overcook the steak. So keeping it under low heat was the key. And as soon as the red started going away, this one was also now ready. I mean, take a look at it. It literally looks exactly like a sous vide steak. That is something I'm extremely familiar with.
Oh,
the next step was
so
to immediately put the steaks in the refrigerator. And we want the temperature to come down as fast as possible so that it does not overcook. As that was happening though, it was perfect because it allowed me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And this one is not only amazing looking, but also quite simple to make, especially if you have the right ingredient. And for that, it would be this, a scarlet shrimp. They are large, pricey, and one of my favorites. However, if you cannot find it, any other shrimp should work just fine. And the first thing to do is to go ahead and cook them. Into a pan, I threw in some olive oil, followed by garlic and shallots. I cooked it until it became translucent. Then I immediately threw in all of the scarlet shrimp. The most interesting thing for me is that these shrimp never change color. We all know that butter and shrimp goes perfectly together. So I kept adding little by little. I made sure to cook them to perfection. They do not take long to cook. To season them, I use a good amount of salt and black pepper. As the next thing to do is to go ahead and add some white wine. This will help deglaze the pan, but most importantly, help finish the cooking process. And at the same time, produce one of the most flavorful liquids I've ever made. But now that the shrimps are fully cooked, I went ahead and cooked some pasta. I just followed the instructions in the bag and reserved a good amount of the pasta water. Into a pan, I added a little bit of garlic, followed by shallots. Cooked that up until it was translucent. Then I added some tomato paste and mixed everything well. I seasoned it with salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and that wonderful liquid gold we just made. Then I added some more white wine, mixed everything well, and immediately threw in my pasta. As you can see, we need a little bit of hydration, and for that I used the pasta water. To finish it up, I added a good amount of Parmigiano Reggiano, mixed everything well. Using tongs, I removed it from the pan. Immediately it went to a plate, added some extra Parmigiano Reggiano, followed by that beautiful scarlet shrimp. For coloring and flavor, I added some parsley, and that is today's side dish. Now I'll tell you one thing, this is delicious. If you don't love seafood, I understand that this might look intimidating, but trust me when I tell you, it is absolutely delicious. Don't believe me? Well, you just wait and see, because by now my steaks were ready to be cooked. First, I needed to get them seasoned. I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. And now that we have everything nicely seasoned, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. First, I'll be putting a nice wonderful sear. Once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. So now I say, it is enough talking, and it is time to grill this beautiful steak, so let's do it. Sponsor meter. They say you get the idea. True look guys today. You got our beautiful steak with a very nice and impressive
I have no time to watch that
today.
You should have put this on the other side, bro.
Come on.
Go to
That
hot
needs to
again.
stay right
Yeah.
there.
What do you mean? You don't like seafood?
I don't like looking at the faces of the things I'm gonna eat. Dude, those are some big eyeballs. That is the largest freaking piece of shrimp I've ever seen.
So here we go. We got a little experiment going on. Give me your critical opinion. Sounds good?
Critical.
Yes, very critical.
Critical.
We're gonna tell it like it is. We're gonna go this direction, gentlemen. Please dig in. Let's give it a try right now. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh,
Wow.
it's super juicy.
Yeah, as soon as you take a bite, that juice just bursts right out of the steak. Has a very rich and savory
Burst?
feel, almost kind of like buttery, I would say. It doesn't have that same charcoal crust that we're accustomed to here on Guga Foods, but it's delicious, beefy, very juicy.
I enjoy it quite a bit. I'm curious to see if this one's gonna be any different.
Let's
Please,
do it.
let's go. Say it like it is. Ready to go?
I'm gonna be a critical Jello man.
Jello man. Yeah, they make fun of me all the time about the Jello man, everybody.
Jello.
I don't like to say gentleman.
Yellow.
Gentleman sounds like a wrong word.
Well, that's because you're saying it wrong.
Enough talking before I get more roasted. Cheers, everybody.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow, that is a really delicious steak too. I know you said that you wanted us to be critical. It's hard to be critical with both of these steaks because they're both really delicious. And I do think that this one is better.
I agree. This one, I don't know, it has like a richness to it that's more pronounced than the first one.
It's better.
It's better.
It's better.
Is it mo better?
It's more better, more butter, more better.
More butter?
It's a lot of butter. It's a tremendous amount of butter.
A tremendous amount of. Let me put that second piece back.
It's unanimous so far.
So far, so good.
Very good. Now, I got a nice, beautiful side dish for my people today,
So far,
everybody.
so bad.
I have a question, guys. I might sound like a child here, but do you guys cut your pasta?
What's going on with you? What are you talking about?
No, you don't cut your pasta. Leo,
You guys don't cut your pasta?
you are about to get annihilated by the Italians.
You never do. You guys never do that?
Never even heard of that.
Get out!
I do. I cut the spaghetti. I do.
Here's what I will say. My Italian friends, I know you guys love your pastas, and I love my pastas too. I like to respect, but I also respect my people. Do whatever you want with it. You want ketchup? I'll go get it.
Is that? No, hell no. I don't want that.
A little bit of pasta, a little bit of shrimp. Let me know how it tastes. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
That is fantastic.
Ah!
That tastes way better than it looks.
You're going for another one.
No,
I
no,
usually
never
don't
cut
like
up
seafood,
your
but Guga's
pasta.
been doing his thing with the seafood lately.
Okay,
This is really good.
Not
What is wrong with
bad,
that?
Not bad at all.
Look, the pasta's delicious. I really like the flavor on that shrimp compared to other shrimp.
I mean, I also think, I don't know if you really listen to this, but maybe she also cut the pasta also.
this thing is massive.
I also believe Alexia do also.
You know what that means? You get a meatier bite. It has a coating of oil on it. It tastes slightly garlicky. You can taste
who knows?
a little bit of the cilantro and all the other seasonings in it. It's just a really delicious pasta and shrimp as well.
There's like a cheese, like maybe Parmesan or something on it.
Yes,
And
correct.
it comes
You
through
don't?
really
Out of it.
nicely.
You see, they don't try it. Now you're cleaning up your plate.
it's delicious.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. But let's try the last steaks, yeah? Let's dig in. Enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, dear Lord.
4 steaks on the table. Side dish that I actually liked. This is a good video.
I don't know about for you guys, but this is so much better than the other two combined.
I would agree. I think this steak is the absolute perfect ratio of that beef flavor plus that butteriness. You still taste it on this steak, and it's delicious.
More charcoal, too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The charcoal is a
Yeah,
lot
I know
more pronounced.
blues in
I
the
don't know,
sauce
maybe
trapped
the
between
way
the
you cooked
pasta.
it is different, but it's amazing.
More charcoal flavor, more butteriness. It is better for me. Is it for you guys, too?
100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, I'm curious for the next one. Let's go. Last steak. Cheers,
Just
everybody.
not sure
Cheers.
why you will cut.
Oh.
Amazing.
That is really good. You said to be critical, and this video has been very hard. These are some delicious steaks. Everything we've tried is good, but that last steak was amazing.
But which one is better out of these two?
Man, I
Just
think they're
pick
about the
different
same.
pasta.
Hard to tell, honestly. They taste very similar, but I like the charcoal on them. That
I'm
slight
probably gonna-
smokiness really brings out the beef flavor.
I think everyone's gonna tell me that.
There
But
is no difference between them for
oh,
you guys?
there's
For
the
these
same
two, I
pasta
would say no.
that
I would
one,
say
even
these
though
two
there
are
are two
definitely
different
than
brands.
those, and
So
these are very different to each other. as
Wow,
well.
interesting experiment because I think I feel the same exact way from you guys. So these steaks here were confit in butter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So European butter actually won.
So European butter is way better than.
Well, European butter is better apparently. And then here we have the same thing too, but these were not confit. These were just basted in the end. So if you are basting your steak in the end, it makes no difference. I like that because American butter is cheaper, everybody. More cheaper, more better.
More cheaper, more better.
That's what he
Yeah.
said. European butter is quite expensive. So if you want to know how to make your steaks better, don't confit your steak. You're wasting your time. It makes a good steak, but not a better steak.
Yeah.
Save your money. America, baby.
America,
America.
I'm Canadian, bro.
American.
Save your money, baby. More cheaper, more better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below which butter you like best. I would love to know, because on bread, European butter is better.
Bye.